Welcome Tech Brothers Amir. In this video, we are going to learn how to create and use views in Microsoft Fabric warehouse. So first of all, let's click on the workspaces and I have two workspaces, Amir's workspace and then a sales workspace. We are going to work in a sales workspace. Click on that one and then you're going to see some folders here, and one of the folders is the warehouse. So I have created these folders for manageability. So if you click right here on the warehouse, then you're going to see my warehouses. I have single warehouse called tech data warehouse. So once click on there, then you can open a new query. Here you are going to see the views. So we are going to work on the views here, but this query window is not that beautiful, and it is hard for me to zoom in and zoom out. I'm going to click on this workspace here, and then I'm going to go to my warehouse and then click on these three dots. Once I click right there, I'm going to click on open in SSMS. SQL Server Management Studio. Now here is my server name and here is my database name. I can copy this server name and then open SSMS and connect and database engine, and then here I will paste that server name. Then I will provide my username, and then finally I will provide the database name. After doing all that information, I'm going to hit connect. And then I can open a new query right here, and then we can write all the script. So let's start with the script I have right here. So what is the view? A view is a virtual table based on the result set of a SQL query. It does not store data physically but allows simplified querying and abstraction. Views can be used for simplifying complex queries, securing sensitive columns, reusing query logic. So these all things can be achieved by using the view. So what are the types of the views in Microsoft Fabric warehouse available to us? So we have regular views, so non-materialized, they are supported, and then there is materialized views which are not supported yet. Here is a definition for materialized view. A materialized view stores the results of a query physically on the disk and refreshes it periodically for faster performance. Now there is another type of view available that called index view. That's also not supported. An index view is a SQL view that has a unique cluster index created on it, making the view's data physically stored and automatically updated with the base table. So that's these both views are not supported. The only one are regular views which are supported, and we are going to work on them. Views on external tables are also supported. Views can be created by using a select statement. So these things are supported. And now we are going to go ahead and create our table called the employees. We have employee ID, full name, department, salary, and hire date. Let me create this table, and then okay, so the table already exists, and I'm going to go ahead and drop this table, and then we will recreate. So let me drop this table real quick right here. We have dropped the table, and now we are going to recreate this table. So the table is created, and now we are going to insert some data. So you can see that we have employee ID, then we have name, and then we have department, then we have salary and hire date. So let's insert these four records into the table. And now what we are going to do, we are going to create a simple view, and or you can call it a basic view. So how we do that, we say create view, and these are the keywords to create the view, and then you say schema name. In our case is a DBA schema. Then provide the name of the view, and this is I start VW, that means view underscore, and then employee basic info, and then I say as, and then you will provide your select statement. So whatever the select statement you have, that will be converted to the view. So let's execute this select statement, and you can see right here, this is returning as full name and department. So I'm going to run this together now, and it is going to create a view. So view is created, and if we go back to the views here and the refresh, we should be seeing a view here, and we can see a view is created right here. And now we can select the data from the view. Selecting the data from the table or the view is pretty much same. You always say select and then provide the list of the columns, and then from and then table or view name. And here I'm saying asterisk, that means I want to select all the columns from this view. Let's execute, and it is returning as full name and department. And you see that we use the view here instead of a table. Now we can create a security view. That means let's say my table has different columns such as social security, salary and all that, but I don't want to show all those important columns to my customers. In that case, I can create a view and ignore those columns. So here we are saying create view dbo vw public employee information as, so that's going to be our view name, and we are saying select employee id, full name, department from dbo.employee. So here if you notice, we have ignore the important information such as a salary. So we did not include that here in this view. So this view has only basic information that we would like to provide. So now if I will run this view, it's going to give me the employee id, full name and department. So it's not giving me salary information at all. So you can use the columns which you want to show, and don't show the columns such as social security, such phone number, addresses and all those kind of things. So you can create the view and give the permission to your user to only see the views instead of entire table. So that will be helpful when you are working with the security. Now let's go ahead and create an aggregated view. So as I said that once you write your select query, that can be very simple select query, or you can have joins, you can have aggregate functions and whatnot. So here is our aggregated query. We are select department, and then we are taking the average salary as the average salary from this table called employees and group by department. So this is going to return us the average salary by department, and you can see that we have average salary for IT, HR and finance. Now we can create the view, and this is how you will say create view, then view schema name and the view name, and then say as, and then here you have a select query for which you would like to create the view. Let's execute, and now our view is created. So let's run this query. Select asterisk from dbo.vw department salary average. Now this is going to return us the average salary by department. You can see right there. So this is the view we have created above, and then we have used right here in this select query. Okay, great. So here are the things that's not supported in Fabric views. Views cannot use order by without top or offset fetch. So if I want to say here, let's say this is very simple view we have here, and if I will say order by employee ID, so if you see right there, I can write the select here, and it is working just fine when I'm ordering by employee ID. So let's say in this case we will say descending. Now this will work great when we are doing simple select statement, but this is not, we are creating the view. So let's say we would like to create the view public employee info 1 view, and by using this query, as we have not used this top here or fetch next fetch offset fetch here in the query, is going to give us this error. So you can see that the order by clause is invalid in the views. So what we can do, we can say select top 1000 records or 100, then we should be fine. So if you use the top clause here, then you can create the view with the order by. So now the view is created, and now if I want to select the data from this view, it's going to return me all the records, and the maximum record is going to return me 1000, and you see that the data is ordered by the employee ID descending. Now let's take a look at some other views. Cannot include nested cities, common table expressions. I will have a separate videos on common table expressions, how to create them and how to use them. And those nested cities are not allowed. Views cannot include parameters or procedural logic. So we cannot pass a parameter input or output parameters here in the views. So that's all for the views here. I thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in next video.